Today there's a family get together. All the fairies are sitting together. But what? Two fairies ran away? She is thinking, Blossom is thinking, there's something wrong. And Blossom has to find out what's that wrong thing happening. She flies away, tries to find out what exactly this reason is. She thinks deep into the jungle, flies up, goes around looking for the answers for her question. Macho, filled with fire, rage, Blossom turns into a Wonder Woman.
Deep in whispering woods, trouble brews. A giant of a man, they called him Muscle Macha, stomped towards the heart of the woods. His muscles bulged, thick as tree trunks. His eyes burned with a strange fire. Macha was a fireman, used to controlling fire. But this was a different kind of fire, a fire of hate. He hated the fairy world. It was too beautiful, too pure. It reminded him of everything he wasn't. Macha wanted to crush it all. He wanted to tear down the sparkly waterfalls and smash the glowing mushrooms. He wanted to hear the fairies scream. He was going to enjoy this. Blossom Fairy felt it first, a tremor in the air, a coldness in her heart. Something was wrong, very wrong. She spread her wings, delicate as sponge sugar, and leapt into the sky. Blossom Fairy was the protector of whispering woods. She was as small as your hand, but her strength rivaled 100 men. Her touch could heal a broken wing, and her voice could calm a raging storm. From the sky, Blossom saw him, a giant destroying everything in his path. A wave of fury washed over her. No one hurt her home, no one. The battle began. Macha swung his axe, aiming for the tiny figure in the sky. Blossom dodged, swift as a hummingbird. She whipped a vine around his legs, strong as steel cable. He roared in anger. He broke free, charging at her. She met his charge head-on. The force of her blow sent him flying. He crashed into a tree, the impact shaking the ground. Macha was stunned, but not defeated. He was used to fighting fires, to facing danger. But this tiny fairy, this speck of light, she was more powerful than he could have imagined. The battle raged. Macha, fueled by rage. Blossom, fueled by love for her home. Finally, she saw her chance. As he lunged, she spun, rising into the air. He followed, his eyes full of hate. High above the forest, she stopped. She let his anger pull him towards her, then unleashed a wave of pure energy. It struck him not with force, but with light. He stumbled back, blinded and confused. The light faded. Macha stood there, breathing hard. The anger was gone, replaced by confusion, then shame. He looked at the destruction he had caused, and he wept. Blossom Fairy had saved her village, and maybe she had saved Macha too. The forest echoed with the sound of victory, sung on the wind.